How much time till we're on?
We're on, Ron.
What?
We're on the air right now.
Oh. I'm ready.
I don't even know what to say, man. Don't even know what to say. This just ain't hip hop, man. This ain't my hip hop. I don't. Oh, I don't know what to say. This is just getting out of hand now, bro. This is getting out of hand because let me intro the show, man. This is Blues News. I'm your host, Bluminati. Welcome to Blues House. Today on the docket, man. Today on the docket, we are talking Drake. 2 lawsuits. What they ain't technically lawsuits, but 2 legal issues in regards to Not Like Us, in regards to Universal Music Group, in regards to him taking the biggest L in hip hop history. That's what this is about. This makes me sick to my stomach, man. This makes me sick to my stomach. Just rap, bro. Come on, cuz. Just come out and rap. That's all you got to do. Get in that booth and rap. What's the big deal? What is the big deal here? I don't get it. I'm trying to understand what's going on with you, Drake. I just don't get it, man. You were the one. You were the one who poked this bear, man. You was the one who poked this bear. And when the bear hopped on your ass out there in them woods, man, and now you want. Oh man, I ain't never seen somebody get their behind whooped in a battle and then run to the courts. Who do that? Who does that? That's crazy business, man. That is crazy business. He got to get that L, man. He's just don't get it. Don't get it. Well, let's get into. I'm not gonna read the actual lawsuits. I'm gonna just read this from Pitchfork. We just gonna talk, hang out, laugh at this clown ass dude, man. Laugh at this dude. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna laugh at this dude. So Drake, in a second action against Universal Music Group, claims Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us is defamatory. He claims it's defamatory, right? Drake, I got news for you, buddy. I got news for you. Yes, it's defamatory. It's you are in a beef, my guy. It's a beef. It's defamatory. But you don't have a case for defamation. You don't have a case for it. For one thing, you told this man, we're getting that later. Let's read this. Says after petition alleging the Universal Music Group and Spotify conspired to boost its streams, Drake alleges that the diss track falsely accuses him of being a sex offender. Drake has filed a second legal petition against UMG, this time claiming the company should have prevented the release of Kendrick Lamar's blockbuster diss track, Not Like Us, because it was defamatory. That's what Billboard is reporting. Drake alleges through lawyers that the song damages his reputation by falsely accusing him of being a sex offender, engaging in pedo acts, harboring sex offenders, and committing other criminal sexual acts. The Bexar County, Texas filing also accuses UMG of funneling payments to iHeartRadio in a pay-to-play promotional scheme. Now, my thing is, Drake, this is the stuff that they did for you. This is what they did for you, dog. You are a product of this. If this payola exists, if this funneling money, if this bot streaming and all of this stream farming, if all of that exists, you were the product of that. certified lover boy. All over the place. They saying you were showing up in gospel playlists. Now you want to throw stones. You live in a glass house, my G. You live in a glass house. I don't understand this. I don't get it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it because this is just something. This is totally new to me. This is totally new to me. And I grew up in hip hop, product of hip hop. Seen it in damn near every facet. Born in the 80s. I got to see some of that, you know what I'm saying, the 80s. I got to see the 90s. Got to see the 2000s, 2010s. Now we're in the 2020s. This is a totally different landscape. I done seen damn near every beef in the world. It ain't never resorted to legal. Take a man to court. And then people say, oh, he's fighting the system. What system? They both signed to the same. He fighting the system. What system is he fighting? Because he's a recipient of all of this. He received, if Kendrick received this, Drake received it too. So it seemed like now this is, what is he telling on himself? Is he telling on himself? Is that what's going on? It's just crazy to me, man. Can y'all help me understand it? Can somebody out there help me understand what is going on? This just don't make no sense to me. Does not make no sense to me, man. Crazy. Why is that like that? Oh, there we go. This is crazy to me. Let's get back into this article. Why is it doing that? Excuse me. Something is wrong real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right. Where that article went. Because the new filing follows a separate petition in New York alleging that UMG and Spotify conspired to illegally boost the track streams using bots, undisclosed payments, and biased recommendations. Neither action constitute a lawsuit. Instead, they are pre-action filings. So these ain't even lawsuits. These is like, hey, can y'all give us some information so we can sue y'all? We think this, we think. And another thing, too, they don't have no evidence to support what they claim. The evidence that they have, the interview with academics, where academics interviewed the dude who said he was paid 5 G's to stream Farm Not Like Us and was getting points off the back end of that song. What artists who feature on songs, producers who produce on songs, some of them don't even get points on the song. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Then that interview later on, Act came back and kind of debunked that and said, nah, that ain't what happened. He went and talked to a dude from Spotify and said, nah, that ain't what was, was going on or whatever. It's a little bigger for y'all. In response to the first filing, Universal Music Group spokesperson denied Drake's claim, writing, the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of his artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that the fans chose the music they wanted to hear. The fans wanted to hear Not Like Us. It was all over the place. This ain't no not and let me say this. All record labels use some type of marketing, right? Some type of marketing. I'm not gonna sit here and act like bots wasn't involved. Bots might have been involved. There might have been some people on that side that, you know what I'm saying, hey, let's give this an extra push. But that's regular business practices. That's like street team stuff. I wonder, people don't even know about street teams anymore. Street teams used to be a thing. That's where they would hire people to go put up posters, to go hand out singles, free little you know what I'm saying, little snippets and stuff like that. That's what wear t-shirts to support that artist. All I'm hearing is street team. That's what I'm hearing. Street team. They use street teams, or the new equivalent of what a street team is. So it's not like us instantly became a major, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's recent, and it also recently helped K-Dot score several nominations at the Grammys. Lamar continued to snipe at Drake on his new album GNX. As Variety notes, neither Drake nor Kendrick Lamar signed directly to UMG. Instead, Drake is signed to his own OVO, and Lamar signed to his own PG Lane. Drake licenses his music to UMG's Republic for marketing and distribution, while Lamar does the same with UMG's Interscope. They all in the same game. They all in the same game. You know what I'm saying? So to undermine one artist for another, it would be dastardly, and it don't. Who does it help? You know what I'm saying? Who does it help? This really ain't the best article, but at the end of the day, who does it really help, man? Let me go to. I think Billboard breaks it down a little bit better. Yeah, we're gonna read the one from Billboard. Let's do this. Let's read Billboard. Billy Board. These damn ads, man. I gotta get an ad blocker, y'all. This is just crazy. All right, so Drake accused, we know that. In the legal petition, the Stars Company accused UMG of serious wrongdoing in a stunning twist. Damn, where'd it go? See all these damn ads. In a stunning twist, months after his high-profile feud with K-Dot, Drake initiated legal action against UMG and Spotify over allegations that the two companies conspired to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. In a filing on Monday in Manhattan court, Drake's Frozen Moments LLC accuses UMG of launching an illegal scheme involving bots, payola, and other methods to pump up Lamar's song, a track that savagely attacked Drake amid an ongoing feud between the two stars. UMG did not rely on chance or even ordinary business practices. Attorneys for Drake's company instead launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves. So they launched a campaign against their own, basically, prints, right? So we got this guy over here who signed us, and we got this guy over here who signed us. We're going to push his stuff and not push his stuff. That's basically what I'm reading out of this. Launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airway. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Drake's attorney accuses UMG of violating the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. They trying to hit my boy with the RICO. A civil RICO, a musical. Come on, man. They just throw RICO at everything now. They also allege deceptive business practices and false advertising under New York state law. The court filings are a remarkable twist in this whole high-profile beef between the two stars, which saw Drake and Lamar exchange stinging diss tracks over a period of months earlier. That such a dispute would spill into the business litigation seemed almost unthinkable in the world of hip-hop. Unthinkable. Unthinkable. What's my man in Princess Bride said? What he said? That's unbelievable. Did he say it's unbelievable? I can't even remember what he said. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Never like this, and I appreciate this. I appreciate the $10, Tracy Woods. I don't have the thing like Drake. I got to get that going, but I do appreciate the $10 super chat. Appreciate the $10. Let me give you this. I'm gonna give you this. Appreciate it. Yes, inconceivable. Inconceivable. That's what my man said. Inconceivable. Can't it? This is wild. It also represents a stunning rift between Drake and UMG, where the star spent his entire career first through signing a deal with Lil Wayne's Young Money. We know he was signed to Young Money, which was distributed by Republic Records, then by signing directly to Republic. Now, I think that this whole thing is a ploy for him to try to get away or to leverage something with UMG. I think his feelings are hurt, right? I think you see the writing on the wall, and from what I understand, they already had some type of renegotiating on the table. And I think he's trying to strike while he still has some type of leverage in this situation. And I think he's trying to say that UMG, by doing this for Kendrick, is making him or taking his power that he had and bringing it down. That's why he's also, alleging defamation. Now, I can't see defamation. I mean, it's defamation, but not in the legal sense. I can't see defamation because, for one thing, Drake, you're the one who supposedly leaked all the information to Kendrick, right? So you leaked the information, and then in Taylor Made, you had Tupac, the AI Tupac that you know what I'm saying, when you rapped, to tell Kendrick to use that angle, to use the little kid's angle. Can we let me pull that up. Let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. Let's pull the lyrics up. Pull the lyrics. Tupac. He says, this is verse 1. Kendrick, we need you, the West Coast savior. Engrave your name in some hip-hop history. If you deal with this viciously, you seem a little nervous about all the publicity. Fuck this Canadian light-skinned dot. We need a no-debated West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls. That's a gift from me. Heard it on the Button podcast. It's got to be true. They told me the spirit of Machiavelli is alive. And this was before Not Like Us. I think this was right. Was this right after Euphoria? This might have been right after Euphoria. I think this was right after Euphoria. So you telling this man to use that angle. He uses the angle, and now you mad at him for using the angle. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's the most gaslighting shit in the world. Since Lamar, meanwhile, also spent his entire career associated with UMG, first through the TDE imprint, which was distributed by Interscope, and more recently through his own company, PG Lang. He licenses through Interscope. The technical terms, Monday's filing, not yet a full lawsuit, but it's a pre-action petition, like we stated. This first one, because this is what they're talking about, the first pre-action petition was filed in New York. The second one was filed in Texas. And I think they filed in Texas because I think that's where iHeartRadio is based out of. Since parties named as such petitions will not necessarily be targeting an eventual lawsuit, all the allegations in Monday's filings seem more squarely aimed at UMG than Spotify. In a statement to Billboard, the UMG spokesperson sharply denied Drake's allegation. I already read that. Spotify declined to comment on the allegations. Drake's attorney claimed the UMG carried out its scheme in a variety of ways, including charging Spotify vastly reduced licensing rates in exchange for the streamer recommended the song to users who had searched for unrelated songs and artists. Now, let me tell you something. when you put music on Spotify, they have a program to where they do take 30% for themselves or make it cheaper. I think it's called like it's so you can be, like discuss, so anybody can take advantage of this. This isn't just a Kendrick thing. Anybody can take advantage of it. Now imagine if you're Kendrick Lamar, imagine if you're Drake, imagine if you're a superstar and you're putting your music on Spotify, you have the opportunity to use said tier. It's like creator tier. It's something like that. Hold on, let me. What is it? Discovery mode. That's what it is. Spotify discovery mode. So with discovery mode, artists and labels, listen to me. And this is strictly, this is right out of Spotify. Let me share this. This is right out of their website. It's right for them. It says your tracks prioritized for discovery. With discovery mode, artists and labels identify songs that are a priority, and our system adds that signal to the algorithms that power personalized playlists. This signal increases the likelihood of selected songs being recommended, but does not guarantee it. It only works if fans love it too. It only works if fans love it too. It only works if fans love it too. So when I put it on there, and I put it on discovery mode, and I'm already huge, like Kendrick Lamar is, the song is gonna go ape shit. It's gonna be everywhere because that's what they made it for. We take note when the listener isn't engaging with the song, including those in discovery mode, and factor this in when determining what to recommend in the future. It's all about harmony. So if the fans ain't fucking with it, Spotify ain't fucking with it. It's simple math. Simple math. Today, 33% of all discoveries on Spotify happen via personalized recommendations in an algorithmic context. With discovery mode, artists' team can signal which tracks are most important to them with Spotify mixes, radio, and audio play. Discovery mode can help drive longer-term fan base growth. Statistical modeling shows that on average, artists see 50% in saves, 44% in user playlist ads, and 37% in follows during the first month of discovery mode. Today, 58% of all first-time artist discoveries from tracks in discovery mode are from listeners outside of artist's home country. Additionally, on average, tracks in discovery mode are streamed in 100 markets during the campaign period. So Spotify gets a 30% commission. Royalties generated during campaign period. So Spotify gets a 30% commission, and then the rest of the royalties are yours. So 70, it's a 70-30 deal. What big entity would not use that? Take advantage of that. What big entity, what record label? I'm pretty sure Apple probably has something like that. Let me see. I'm pretty sure all of these streaming services have something like that. Let me see if that's what it's called. Not seeing it right now. Apple Music adds a new algorithmic station to let users. Let me see something. Let me see something, because this is just crazy, man. They have an equivalent called Discovery Station. So they even have an equivalent. So yeah, it's that just don't hold no weight, man. That really don't hold no weight. Really don't hold no weight. So UMG conspired with and paid currently unknown parties to use bots to artificially inflate the spread of Not Like Us and deceive consumers into believing the song was more popular than it was in reality. This is what Drake's lawyers are saying. They saying that they use bots to artificially inflate the spread of Not Like Us. Not Like Us is big. Bots be damned. Bots be damned. Not Like Us is huge. Without, I mean, word of mouth took off. We in the heat of battle. He drops this. Everything surround. It was like the perfect storm. So I'm trying to. It's like we got revisionist history here. Do we have revisionist history? Is that what we have? Is this revisionist history? Says in one particular eye-catching claim, the petition claims that UMG paid Apple to have his voice assistant Siri purposely misdirect users to Kendrick Lamar's song. Online sources reported that when users asked Siri to play the album Certified Lover Boy by Drake, Siri instead played Not Like Us, which contains the lyric Certified Pedo, an allegation against Drake, the rapper's lawyers wrote. Apple is not named as a respondent to the petition or accused of any legal wrongdoing. A spokesperson for the company did not immediately return. So they're using this as evidence. Now let me show you something, because in the court filings, it goes to where they got that from. They got it from a journalist by the name of Jeremy Hecht. If y'all follow Jeremy Hecht, he does he does Elliot Wilson and DJ Head. They got their own podcast where they talk hip hop stuff. But let me show you exactly what Jeremy Hecht had to say. Let me show you what Jeremy Hecht had to say.
Drake used my video in a lawsuit against Universal Music Group. What? What a week it has been. First, we got the broccoli. Now we get the paperwork. Now, this isn't an official lawsuit. It is what's called a pre-action petition. But Drake is basically claiming that UMG was using bots and other online tactics to push Kendrick's Not Like Us, inflate the numbers, inflate the streams, therefore degrading his image further in a song that called him you know what. Is this the guy who said
remember when he said that? Remember when he said this? A cease and desist is for hoes. We keep it going.
Never mind. This is a Supreme Court of the state of New York document. If you scroll down a couple pages, one of the things that Drake is alluding to, online sources reported that when users asked Siri to play the album Certified Lover Boy by recording artist Aubrey J. Graham, Siri instead played Not Like Us, which contains the lyric Certified, an allegation against Drake. Now, it's interesting, this online source here, if you go to the footnote number 15, it will take you to an article on Vibe magazine. And in paragraph 2, it says Hip Hop DX's Jeremy Hecht revealed the interesting tidbit in a video this past Wednesday. As fans saw the video and tried it out for themselves, they realized that it was happening to them as well. Play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify. I see dead people. That's crazy. Now, as a reporter, eventually they all concluded that this was happening because Siri utilizes lyrics along with albums and titles to play what was requested with the vocal command in case the user does not know the actual song title. Research and figure it out. This is going viral. They identify things using lyrics within the song. I'm assuming this feature is for people who don't know the name of a song, but they know the lyrics, and they ask Siri to play it. And Siri, can you play Drop, 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 Drop on Spotify?
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying...
So it went to Family Matters by Drake. Siri, can you play Wop, 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 Wop on Spotify? So there you have it. You'd think that they would include that part in the paperwork, but.
So that's Jeremy Hecht right there, showing how they're trying to use his video for evidence, but they didn't include the whole thing. They didn't include the whole thing. They didn't include that all it is when you know what I'm saying, it's searching by lyrics. And on he never says Certified Lover Boy in none of the lyrics on that album, so that's not gonna come up. It's gonna go to Not Like Us. If you say Drop like he did, Drop, it's gonna pull up Drake's song. If you do Wop, it's gonna pull up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works. That's how Siri search engine works. It has nothing to do with them trying to come at Drake. It just doesn't. Just doesn't. Now I like this. Before I keep going, Brown Girl Grinding. Salute to Lauren. She says she did some reaching out, trying to understand why Drake would file this lawsuit. She says a source close to Drake's camp tells me Drake's side decided to file the suit not just because of Not Like Us song. It's bigger than just the song, which is why Drake is suing the label and not Kendrick directly. From what I'm told, Drake allegedly feels as if his label UMG is using money he's made them to fund Kendrick Lamar's song Burying Him amidst the sensitive label negotiation he's currently in. You see that sensitive label negotiation he's already in. So he's in this label negotiation, and this label negotiation is or his ongoing beef is not giving him the leverage, the one leg up that he needs in this negotiation. She says, from what I'm told, Drake's feeling like if I was Taylor Swift, a lot of things would not have happened in this whole Drake and Kendrick back and forth. Now, that comes from, in the second filing, he says that UMG should have protected him from Kendrick Lamar. Should have protected him from Kendrick Lamar. Now, they didn't do the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the roles were reversed, when Drake came out and said everything defamatory that he said against Kendrick, before K-Dot even pushed the button, so to speak, if we want to use Drake's terminology, before K-Dot just went crazy on him, Drake was talking greasy about Whitney, talking, you know what I'm saying, talking bad about his wife, his kids not being his homeboy being the real father of his kids, calling Kendrick a woman beater. But all that is, we just gonna wash that out, right? We just gonna forget about that, right? We're gonna forget about that, right? We just gonna forget about all that. That's wild to me, man. That's crazy. I like what Water, he says this lawsuit isn't about music. It's about legacy, or rather the lack of one. It's a public confession that Drake fears the future because it no longer has his name written on it. And the irony, he's not even wrong. Not Like Us is exactly that, a line drawn in the sand. On one side, artists who push boundaries and dare you to follow them into uncharted territories. On the other hand, the Toronto hedonist who repeat himself until the carefully constructed synergy of Toronto, patois, and UK accents fade into irrelevance. The beginning of the end of Drake's career didn't start at Like That or Not Like Us. It didn't start at 100 gigs flopping or the release of GNX. It started today. The reason I like that is, regardless of if Drake wins said lawsuit or not, regardless if he wins said lawsuit or not, this is going to be a bad stain on him. This might not, and I'm gonna tell you this doesn't go to court. They don't. Do you know? Angel Redemption said it sets a precedent, and that's what they don't. UMG is not going to let this go anywhere because it would set a precedent for suing or for this regular business practice that they do all the time. If Drake, you know what I'm saying, if this happened with Drake, another artist comes up, says this, they're not going to let this go to court. But also for, and I'm not wishing this on Drake, but we just recently saw this happen with Sean P. Diddy Combs. He went up against Diageo. I want to say he won that case, and then his world started crumbling down. Now I'm not trying to be conspiracy brother, but if you look at that and then look at this is kind of similar. UMG is powerful. I don't want to see Drake go out there, because now once you start doing that, what's the things that would open up in discovery? I don't know if we want that. I don't know if Drake wants people looking at his sex life, because that's what it's gonna come to. They got to see, well, are you this? Are you a pedo? And they start looking into that, and they might find some stuff that's unsavory. They might find some stuff that don't shine, you know what I'm saying, the best light on Drake. Even if you think about it, Johnny Depp won his court case, but I don't necessarily think he necessarily recovered from that, because some things came out that probably he would have loved to just let lie in that closet. I don't think Drake wants to open up his closet to nobody. And we know UMG damn sure don't want to open up no closets. Do I think this is is this a shake? And if this is a shakedown, cool. You know, people shake things down all the time. I'm not mad at the shakedown, but this is horrible timing. I think more so that's what this is. This is horrible timing. And then what you're using to shake the company down with is not like us. When you are a very product of the system, you're a product of the system. The reason you know all of the information is because they used it for you. And I think that's what nobody's looking at. How do they know? How does Drake's team know all of this information? How does Drake's team know all of this? They know it because they were a product of it. They were a recipient of it. Now that it's not working for them, or it's kind of against them, now they want to whistle blow. Now they want to whistle blow. That's nuts. That's crazy. That's some stuff right there, man. That is wild. That's wild. That's crazy. Where we at? Let's get back to this article. Says, why would UMG choose to aggressively boost Lamar's song? Oh shit. Put it back on stage. Drake's lawyer said it was partially because of the internal corporate dynamics at UMG and Interscope, where financial incentives for executives are largely based on specific UMG division, rather than the performance of UMG more generally. Basically, they're saying that each division wants to make money. Each division, UMG is broke down into sectors. We got Republic over here. We got Interscope over here. Republic wants to make money. Interscope wants to make. So in order for Interscope to make money, they'll look across the hall and say, you know what? Fuck Republic. We're going in. But Drake isn't suing Republic. And this is the reason. Me just saying that is weird. It just made me think about it. He's not suing Interscope. He's not suing Interscope. He's not suing Republic. He's suing UMG as a whole. But right here, the lawyer is saying it's partially because of the internal corporate dynamics at UMG and Interscope, where financial incentives for executives are largely based on specific UMG division, rather than the performance of UMG more generally. UMG's schemes were motivated, at least in part, by the desire of executives at Interscope to maximize their own profits. Basically, they're saying that Interscope, we're suing Interscope for doing their job. The executives over there at Interscope did their job to push their artists the best way that they knew how to do. That's what I'm hearing. The desire of the executive. If I'm an executive at Interscope, since we saying, you know what I'm saying, that UMG be damned, this is Interscope. If I'm an executive over there at Interscope, and Kendrick Lamar is my cash cow, yeah, I'm pushing Kendrick Lamar. I'm pushing him. You need to go holler at Republic and see why Republic ain't pushing your shit. Or maybe they did put you on the discovery mode. It's just people ain't fucking with you right now. Maybe you should have sat your ass down like everybody was saying. Drake, go sit down. Quit trying to be out and about acting like you unbothered when you the most bothered, soft-ass motherfucker we done seen. This side of the Mississippi. That's you, bro. Go sit down. You Chubbs, all your little OVO. Go finish. Go make the Party album that you said you was making. You a Party. Go do that. Go lock in the studio. Come back with a hit. Quit trying to be gangster, man. The Drake's attorney say he raised the issue with UMG before heading to court, but the music giant has no interest in taking responsibility for its misconduct. To the contrary, he claims UMG has actively tried to conceal its wrongdoing, including by firing staffers perceived as having loyalty to Drake. What? Firing staffers who have loyalty to Drake. So that don't even make sense. It don't make sense. UMG can get a 2-for-1. I got two of the hottest artists in the biggest hip hop beef. You know how much money they raking in? Now the bad thing is, Drake, you going through some type of negotiation. You just got 400 mil. What other negotiation you going through? So you going through said negotiation. So during the negotiation, they want to fire the staffers. Drake has repeatedly sought to engage UMG in discussions to resolve the ongoing harm he has suffered as a result of UMG's action. The petition reads, UMG refused to engage in negotiation and insisted that UMG is not responsible for its own actions. They don't have to negotiate with you, man. Why would, if I got a contract on you, I don't have to negotiate. You can call me all day long and say, hey, man, I want to negotiate. I want to renegotiate. And I'm be like, no, we good. You signed it, I signed it. Lawyers was there, judges, we done filed it, everything. What are you talking about renegotiate? I'm not understanding. Refuse to engage in negotiations. Negotiations for what? And what are you bringing me to where I would want to renegotiate? Instead, Drake says UMG has pointed a finger at Lamar and insisted that Drake should sue his rival rather than the label. He also claims that UMG told him that the label would sue Lamar if Drake ended up filing his own lawsuit. Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. Hey, we didn't do nothing, but the person you got beef with is over there. He's the one who made the song. Why are you mad at us? We'll hop into, hey, you gonna sue him, we'll sue too. How about that? But see, they know that if that happens, that's career suicide. That's career suicide. Then UMG will really have the edge up on Drake. That's career suicide. Go ahead, go sue. See how that work out for you. See how that work out for you. Get out of my office, man. Get out of my office. Get out of my office. And that could be, you know what? That could be true. I'm not saying that that's not true. That could totally be true. Two things could be true. Two things. But the thing is, what they did, I don't see nothing wrong with what they did. I don't see nothing wrong with if we're talking, because he brought up Spotify. So Spotify, like, and I went through that whole discovery mode joint. If they use discovery mode with K Dot and his shit blew it the way it did, and they use discovery mode with Drake's song Family Matters, and it didn't go the way it just didn't go. It just, trust me, I guarantee you they would have loved to make money from both of them. But then remember, Drake also started playing funny. He started releasing songs without UMG's notice. They made him take it down. Nah, bro, you can't just be releasing free shit. That 100 gig shit, remember? He dropped 100 gigs, was putting songs out for the free on his burner account. No, take that down, buddy. No. Mr. Aubrey Graham, I'm gonna need you to take that down. I'm gonna need you to take that down. I got another video that I want to watch by this dude here. James Francis. Salute to James Francis. This video here is dope to me. Let's watch this real quick.
Somebody please tell me why Drake just filed a RICO for Not Like Us. Drake just sued his own label and Spotify for payola and an artificial inflation of streams. I didn't believe it, so I went to go and find the original document and laughed for at least an hour. This is the same person who said a cease and desist is for hoes. So then what's this then? This makes J. Cole dropping out seem like God's gift to hip-hop. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is just idiotic for so many reasons. One of Jeremy Hecht was talking about how the footnote in the original document is for Jeremy Hecht's video on Not Like Us. One of the things that's in Drake's petition is him saying that, like, when you go like Siri play Certified Lover Boy, it plays Not Like Us. Spotify and UMG had a part in manipulating. Bro, if you do that for any song, it does that, because Siri's search engine function, unless you specify the artist, will always search by lyrics. The words Certified Lover Boy are not on that album. So of course it's going to play Not Like Us, because those words are on that song. This is just common sense. Jeremy even demonstrated this in his video.
Siri, can you play Drop, 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 Drop on Spotify?
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying.
So it went to Family Matters. You think?
So we already saw that already. It's another video I wanted to pull up. Let me see if I could find this dude. Real quick. Because he put a video out also. Okay, I think I found a video. It kind of explains it. A little bit more or better than I can. So this will be about the second one. Hold on.
After losing a rap battle, you go to court again. Drake has filed
Let me run
another.
it back.
What do you do when the entire internet roasts you for running to court after losing a rap battle? You go to court again. Drake has filed another petition. This is a petition, not a lawsuit. He's asking the court to tell Universal Music and iHeartRadio to turn over documents so that he can file a lawsuit for defamation and civil RICO claims, alleging that these companies engaged in a scheme to make Kendrick Lamar artificially popular, boost the algorithm and the coverage and the spread of his songs throughout the airwaves. At the same,
it's crazy how, if you go on and you look at some of the OVO stands, as they call them, they act like K-Dot was not popular already. That's what's crazy to me. They act like Kendrick was just some nobody that just showed up. You know what I'm saying? That always bothered me. Like, y'all don't know how y'all don't know who this dude is. He's only maybe the second biggest artist next to, you know what I'm saying? Other than Drake, it's Kendrick. As far as big artists go, the reason why he can go away for 3 to 5 years and come back and drop another album and it does good is because of how big he is. So I never understood why. I guess because people don't, he's not out like that. You know what I'm saying? Future dropped like three albums in 1 year. Saturate the market, which I don't necessarily think is the best thing, but you know what I'm saying? If you can do it, if it's working, it's working. Just because you don't see it, but come on, man. They just be acting stupid.
same time, they knew that Kendrick Lamar was making defamatory statements about Drake, calling Drake a pedophile. And they chose to go ahead and engage in this whole big scheme, causing Kendrick Lamar to go up in popularity, causing Drake to go down. And now Drake says, I need this evidence and I'm going to file these lawsuits. I would ask Drake, have you not had enough of the good public reception? Also, are you at all concerned that if you were going to file a defamation lawsuit, why didn't you file a defamation lawsuit? Why did you file a petition? Have you considered that if you file a claim that you've been defamed by being called a pedophile, you then open yourself up to expansive discovery about all of your prior sexual relationships? But hey, look, we're talking about one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and he's made his calculations. His lawyers have given him his advice, and they're off to the courthouse. Who knows? Tomorrow might bring petition number 3.
And that's what I was saying. Like, once you start talking about defamation and things of that nature, you open yourself up in discovery. They start poking and prodding around and they start finding out that all they need is one. All they need is one. And the thing, I know a lot of people was like, I don't know if y'all remember the video where he was on stage with the little 17-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that in the state, because I think that was in Colorado. In the state of Colorado, consent is 17 years old. Right? Cool. But since Drake is not a U.S. citizen, at least I don't think he is, with Drake not being a U.S. citizen, it don't go by state rules. It goes by whatever the federal law is. Federal law is you have to be over 18. I just want people to keep that in mind when it comes to legal things, right? Over 18 is consent federally. He's not a citizen. From my understanding, he's not a citizen. And people act like that these allegations just came out of nowhere, right? And it's a rap beef. It's embellished. That's another thing too. It's not meant to be, well, I don't know, maybe K-Dot did mean it for it to be believable, but it's not meant for like to be believable. It's embellishment. That's another thing too with this new audience of hip-hop. Y'all act like everybody's supposed to just be cool with each other. It's a battle, y'all. In a battle, you say stuff. You say, oh, y'all would have hated Beans when Beans and Jadakiss was, when D Block and Rough Riders was going at each other. I mean, not D Block and Rough Riders, when D Block and State Property was going at each other. Y'all would have lost y'all minds with some of the stuff that they were saying to each other. This stuff Jay-Z said about Nas's baby mama leaving the condom on the kids on the baby seat. Come on, y'all would have lost y'all minds. Cube, no Vaseline, yup. Y'all would have lost y'all minds, man. Oh my God, y'all. This is crazy. This y'all new listeners, man. Y'all new group. Y'all are super soft. Hip hop. This is what hip hop is about. When it's this time, it's to be the most disrespect. It's a diss. What do you think this means? This means disrespectful. I'm being disrespectful to this artist. That's what a diss is. Oh, he can't be going around just calling that man a pedo like that. That's messed up. It's gonna mess the business up. Then don't engage in the beef. Don't, if you're not ready for what could come out, don't engage. Don't engage. Dude, J. Cole he came out, he started engaged. He said, you know what? Let me let me get up out of here. I don't respect that. But hindsight, he might have pulled the right move. For me, it dropped him down a notch. He still can wrap his behind up, but I better not hear no aggressive bars about him being one of the best rappers. But that's what this is, man. This ain't got nothing. It's just too corporatized now, man. Everybody. Nothing about the dozens of your mama. Oh, your mama jokes. Indeed. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's and that's the thing. This can get real ugly like a masterpiece sneaker, right? It can be this. Let me ask you this, Angel of Redemption. Do you think UMG take it soft on him because he's Drake and he's, you know what I'm saying, they've made a lot of money off him? Or do you think they make him the whipping boy? You know what I'm saying? Do you think they make an example out of him? Because I don't think he got a basis for anything. I don't think he's accusing UMG of standard marketing practices, basically. Standard marketing. Remember, payola is illegal when it comes to the radio. This is streaming. Ain't no rules on streaming. Ain't no rules on streaming. Not only that, this does not, me boosting up Kendrick Lamar does not take money away from Drake. What took money away from Drake was Drake. UMG did their job for their artist. The better man won in the situation. The better man had the better music in this situation. Drake dropped Family Matters, which I enjoyed. I thought Family Matters was dope, but it didn't. K-Dot came and stepped on. As soon as he dropped that, it got stepped on. This ain't got nothing to do with UMG. This got to do with Drake. You was not strategic enough in this battle. You lost. Big L. Big L. You lost. He stepped on you, dog. Then you bowed out. With that trash Heart Part 6, you bowed out. You demanded this man to drop. Talked about his height, how he got small feet. What you was going to expect this man to do? It's just crazy, man. People are crazy out here. I think I got another. Do I got something else to talk about? Another video. Nah. But yeah, man, like, it's disappointing. It's very disappointing. Excuse me. It's just very disappointing. Because it didn't have to be like this. Didn't have to be like this. You can't claim that I'm leaking you information. And then when I use the so-called information, right? When I use the so-called information, you get mad at it. You know? You get mad because I use the stuff that you told me to use. Yeah. No, I think it'll be settled quietly and he'll be made an example of. That's my assertion. That's what I believe. No. What's up, Ty? Salute, man. Salute. I think his argument is their boosting of Lamar breached his contract. He'll say they had a fiduciary duty to him, and that was unfair competition. He's saying that they should have, in the second filing, he's saying that they were supposed to protect him from K-Dot. When that song came out and they heard him saying those allegations against him, they were supposed to have a conversation with Kendrick Lamar and say, hey, no, we can't put this out. We can't put this out. I'm like, say what? If UMG would have came to me in the height of the beef and told me I could not put this song out after what he just said about my wife and my kids and me, but I can't put this out. He can talk hella greasy. And see, that's the thing that I don't like. He can talk hella greasy, come up with all types of allegations against me, but then when I do it, now it's bad. Now it's bad. See, if the shoe was on the other foot, if Family Matters would have worked and people was running around saying, Kendrick just opened his mouth, somebody had him a Grammy right now. If that was the line and everybody was on that and it was working the way he thought it was going to work, remember this dude shot a whole video for this. Good Kid, Mad City Van in it. He had the Hells Angels guy in it. Like, he shot this whole video. He thought he was going, how he ended it with? You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Remember all of that. He thought he had a grand finale for K-Dot. Didn't end so well. His plan didn't work. So now he's resorting to this. He don't have a case here. Defamation. As you see, he's not suing Kendrick for defamation. Why isn't he suing Kendrick for defamation? I'm saying, oh, he's fighting against the industry. He's not. This isn't some, oh, I'm doing this to help artists out. This is for his own personal gain. He's a product of the machine. That's what y'all not understand. He's a product of this machine. He knows the inner workings inside and out. He can't because they just picked it up off of the strength. Come on, man. Radio ain't all that anyway. You think payola? I think payola was happening when radio was big before streaming and stuff. Yeah, payola with radio. I don't see UMG going over to pay these radio like iHeart. What am I paying iHeart for? I don't need to pay them. Man, they lucky that they even still, you know what I'm saying, doing something. I don't need to pay iHeart. If anything, they need to pay me to get this damn song. It was a rumor I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is, but you know, even if they did talk to him about what? Kendrick, they say Kendrick dropped this last album and they didn't even know. The record execs woke up like, say, what? A new album? Who told him he can do that? I do think UMG, or let me say this, I do think Interscope, with the power invested in them by UMG, is pushing Kendrick, but that's their artist and that's what they're supposed to do. I would beg Drake to go and talk to Republic and say, hey, what is going on? I was hot. I was the man. What is going on? What can we do to stop the bleeding? This lawsuit is not going to stop the bleeding. If anything, it's just going to open the wound up more. You're looking more and more like a little hoe out here. This is not it. This is not it. Right, and all they do is distribute his stuff. You know? So him not being on the parent, you know what I'm saying? He signed because he's got his own, and they just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever his deal is, I think really prevents a lot of the stuff that he can do anyway. Legally. I don't think legally, as per his deal, you know what I'm saying, he can probably do any of this. Really don't. And yeah, the Spotify has all them. You got to think, when Spotify came out, the record labels all owned a piece of Spotify. They all went in with Spotify. I don't know how many labels are still, you know what I'm saying, part of that now, but yeah, I mean, Spotify is label driven. And I'm pretty sure it was like that back in the day with some of these big box stores like Target, Walmart, Circuit City back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Some of these big chain places that sold music or whatever, I'm pretty sure that they had a stake in that so they can get the albums out. I don't know how legal that is, but I'm pretty sure it happens. And you said that's my question. I think his Universal deal is with Republic, but Universal might just be funding. Yeah, so yeah, they will fund. See, and a lot of people was questioning him going on tour so much. This dude, for him to be the superstar that he is, he stays on tour. Now, some people look at that and say, hey, my man out here working. But some people look out here and say, my man out here working too much. Why he stay on tour? Like, why is he just announced another tour trying to compete with Kendrick? Oh, I'm gonna be down in Australia. The day of the Super Bowl is the first day. No, that is what they make. They do. I'm not saying that he shouldn't tour, but I'm saying he's doing that to pay back whatever his deal is. He's trying to kill. I think he's trying to kill the momentum of Kendrick with this, right? But also, this is him trying to get some kind of leverage over UMG. I don't think this works. I think the record standard, the record company standard, the policies and things that they do is what they do. And I think they probably are above board with what they're doing when it comes to streaming. And it's not artist friendly. It's not. But I don't think he's trying to fight this fight for the artist. This isn't a fight he's trying to fight for the artist, like I've seen a lot of people say. This is a fight because his ego is hurt. This is a fight because he's probably his brand has been tarnished behind this beef. Right? He's hurt. He is hurt. Do you think the petition will prevent Kendrick from rapping? I don't. No, I think the floodgates is open. I think there's no merit. I'm telling you, there's no merit. This petition or whatever, there's no merit for it. Not that I see. I don't see merit for this. I see them fishing. Remember, they don't have evidence. They don't have evidence. What evidence do they have? The things that they presented for the basis of their case was a DJ Academics interview with a so-called whistleblower who was hired to stream farm, not like us, who was paid $5,000 and was getting points on the back end. That don't even make sense. That's one. Then the Jeremy Hecht video, which was debunked by Jeremy Hecht in the same video. So they don't have a leg to stand on because they don't have no evidence. So this is just them saying they're trying to fish for evidence. Hey, give us some evidence so we can sue y'all. What? I honestly think this gets just thrown out. I think they just get thrown in the trash. As soon as the judge sees it, or whoever it is gets thrown in the trash. Marvel single-handedly stopped the Fed investigation into Diamond Comics because of the monopoly they had on comic book distribution. Yeah. Yeah. What was that? That was during COVID, right? 2020? These big corporations, man, they don't play. They don't play. And I'm not saying don't fight these corporations. Do not misconstrue what I'm saying. If you can fight these corporations, fight them. But I don't think this is the fight that Drake, I don't think this is the tree that Drake need to be barking up. Not this fight. Not this fight. Because you're going to be all over the paperwork. You know what I mean? You're going to be all over the paperwork. So this is not the fight. This ain't the tree. Mr. Homie David Savage, what up? Says, got to understand Drake is hurt. He wants his spot back. Well, he's not going to get it this way. This is the wrong way to try to get that spot. He ain't getting that spot this way. This is the wrong way to get that spot. That you want your spot back, do some music. You want your spot back, disappear for a second. Fade into the shadows. See what's going on. Sometimes you got to let whoever came out of, you know what I'm saying, let them have their wave. I remember Jay-Z said something about 50 Cent. Jay-Z said, whatever stuff y'all got now, y'all need to hurry up and put out because it's this guy 50 Cent coming. Jay knew 50 was about to come and fuck the game up. And there was nothing he can do about it. He told everybody on Rockefeller, whatever y'all got coming, let's get this shit, let's get it out now. Because when 50 drops, when 50 come on the scene, it's over. Sometimes you just got to let whoever got that runway, when they about to take off, when they leave the tarmac, turn onto the runway and about to take off, you just let them go. Let them have that moment. And I think as selfish as Drake is, he doesn't understand that. Let K-Dot have his moment. Let him have his time in the sun. Y'all claim he dropped something and then disappeared for 5 years. So let him gas himself out. Go back into his cave for 5 years, and then you got 5 years of just you back at it. Let the boogeyman come out and scare people, and then let him go back underneath the bed or in the closet or wherever he go. Be smart. It's like Drake trying to act all tough, and some of the slick stuff that he say, he don't take his own advice. He don't take his own advice. Yeah. But I think another one coming. I think you get one. I'm stuck on that Compton Christmas banner that dropped in the Squabble Up video. I'm stuck on that. I'm stuck on that banner. The reason I'm stuck on that banner, I looked up the date of the Compton Christmas parade. I think it was a Saturday, but I think he drops around that time. Something about that Compton Christmas parade is just sticking out to me. So I don't know. Y'all be on the lookout for that. I think it was like December 16th or something like that. That's in my head. That's in my head. World champ. What up, champ? This excellent show. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe now. Tell your homies. Tell your homies. Since Drake had the longest run in hip-hop, he's selfish, put nobody on. And this is the thing about Drake. What Drake don't understand is culture. It seems to keep coming. Culture seems to be the prominent thing here. When you lose when you get whooped in the streets, when you don't run and call the police. If no guns was drawn, nobody got hurt, you don't run and call the police. You get up, dust yourself off, and you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you put up a good fight, and hopefully they know, hey, I might have beat him, but I took some licks and I don't want to go back after this. My mom used to tell me, don't you come running in this. If you get in the fight, don't come running in this house crying. Because ain't no help here. You better get back out there and fight. Get back out there and fight. Win, lose, or draw. You fought, come back home. We put you back together. Live to fight another day. But don't you come back here crying looking for help. Because you ain't going to find it here. That's what my mom used to say. You're not going to find that here. As a matter of fact, if you come here doing that, I might be next on the mission to be whooping your behind. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different here. It's culture. And he don't understand that you can't go calling the feds, the police, or whatever off of this. This is the first time I done seen something like this happen. Kumo D didn't call the police on LL Cool J or MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule, come on now. If somebody had the right to call, if somebody had the right to call somebody, it was Ja Rule. Ja Rule took his lumps, still take his lumps to today. But at the end of the day, he's still Ja Rule. His slaps still slap. You know what I'm saying? His music still go. If you was a fan of Ja Rule back then, pretty sure you're a fan of him now. Yeah, it hurt for the moment. Yeah, it hurt for the moment. And every time 50 can get up there and talk bad about Ja Rule, he do. But I'm pretty sure. Look, Ja Rule's hits are still hits. He can still go out on tour. Y'all saw him on the Verses. I was a big Ja Rule. I was a big fan of both of them. I mean, I started leaning more towards the 50. That G unit was just massive. It just, you couldn't get away from it. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get away from G unit. But I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I still can bump some Ja Rule right now. I still listen to Ja Rule. Drake, sit down. Take your L, man. Or if you're not gonna take your L, fight. But fight in the actual ring, not in the courthouse. Not in the courthouse. That ain't what we. That's not where we fight it. You know. That's not what we do that. It's just a weird flex to me. That whole Young Money, I hate to say it, the Holy Trinity over there at Young Money seems to be, and I like Wayne. I'm not the biggest Wayne fan. I've had my trepidations against Wayne. I think he's, me myself, unpopular opinion, I think he's overrated. I think he had his run, and after that, I think people hold him so high that they don't want to see him for what he is now. Like, he didn't keep that same level of lyricism that he had. That Carter 1, Carter 2, even 500 Degrees, like he was killing. And I know people love the mixtape Wayne, but he ain't the same. I mean, I can't put him on a. People was like, oh, Kendrick don't want to see Wayne. I'm like, Kendrick, I'm pretty sure Kendrick would love to see Wayne right now. You know, love to see Wayne right now. He even said he had a whole album done and Jay wouldn't release it. Yeah, Jay was nasty as a businessman when he was running Def Jam, because he knew DMX was bigger than him. Remember, and this is my analysis of Jay-Z, and I like Jay-Z, and I like LeBron too, but Jay-Z is the LeBron of rap. He the LeBron of rap, and this is what I mean. LeBron doesn't, and y'all gonna disagree with me. That's another unpopular take, hot take. LeBron does not have an era. LeBron does not have an era where he was the dominant guy. And this is what I mean by that. Everybody else ate and has eaten a lot while LeBron has been top of his class. A lot of people ate. A lot of old people ate. Kobe ate. Tim Duncan ate. Tim Duncan them ate a lot. Steph Curry ate. Jokic ate. Giannis ate. All of those people ate while his reign of terror was happening. Same thing with Jay-Z. While Jay-Z was going on, DMX ate. Right? 50 Cent ate. Ja Rule ate. Hell, Kanye ate. If we go earlier, Snoop ate. Biggie ate. Like, it was always somebody just a step above Jay. There was always somebody just a step above Jay. Outkast ate. Everybody was eating. Ludacris ate. Nelly ate. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was always during that run. It was always somebody who was just a step ahead. Not saying Jay. Not saying that people didn't see Jay. Not saying that Jay wasn't out here dropping. You know what I'm saying? Doing some stuff. But in the essence of that, and I hate to, I didn't mean to turn this into Jay. How big would Jay be if he didn't do the beef with Nas? I know he was coming off a Hard Knock Life, you know. What it was, part 3 was bad. Then you had Blueprint. Blueprint 2 didn't do what it was supposed to do. You know, like he ain't the most solid in albums. That's that's what I say. But that ain't what we talk about. Say Drake don't want to see no one shine. He rather shine with the hot artist. Drake is not. I hate that, and this is gonna sound bad. Drake came in built already, for the most part. So he comes in, he's built already. He gets paired with Wayne, one of the hottest guys. And he sees a way for him to stay relevant. And it could be just this is the type of person he is. He wants to work with everybody. He goes, you know what I'm saying? Even when Kendrick said you run to Atlanta when you know what I'm saying? He does that because Atlanta is the hot thing. My only thing is, and I don't necessarily have an issue with that. If you can tell me what Toronto sounds like. Can anybody tell me what Toronto sounds like? What their culture sounds like on the music aspect of things, if y'all know what I'm talking about. See, I came up when music was regional, when it was culturally regional, right? The South had a certain sound. And then you could split the South up. You could split the South up. Miami sounded like this. Georgia / Atlanta sounded like this. Texas sounded like this. Tennessee sounded like this. Midwest jumped into the things. You had Bone Thugs, and then you had the Chicago artists, Twista, the Brat. New York had a certain sound, that Mobb Deep sound. Ooh, just gritty, Wu-Tang sound. Then you go out west, G-Funk, Southern California, that mob music up in North California, Oakland and San Fran and the Bay Area. So when you heard something, you knew exactly where it came from. And you got to be a part of that culture. I don't know what Toronto sounds like. And I know today's hip hop is all homogenous. It's all basically everybody sounds the same. But I still know Migos is from Atlanta. I still know Young Thug is from Atlanta. Just the way they talk, the stuff that they say. I still know Kendrick is from LA, Compton. I still know E40 and La Russell. They from Vallejo. The Valley Joe up there in the Bay. I know what that sounds like. I know where Big Sean is from. He sounds like he's from the D. He sounds like Detroit. That's what the sixth God is not understanding. Where are you from? Where your granny from? Where your daddy stay? Where you from, cuz? Like that's for real. Where you from? Don't go and steal this sound and then take it back up to Toronto and say this is the sound. This is the Toronto sound. What did y'all cultivate? Drake, you was born in the 80s, Drake. What are y'all should have been, the Toronto sound should have been cultivated by now. Does the Toronto sound like The Weeknd? Does it sound like Party? Is it Tory Lanez? What is the Toronto sound? What is Toronto culture? What is Toronto slang? How do they dress up in Toronto? How do they dance up in Toronto? How do they live up in Toronto? We know how the ATLians live. We see that West Coast pride when a West Coast artist comes out and goes big. We see that. We know they got gang culture over there. We see the hyphy shit up there, North California, Oakland and the Bay and Richmond and Vallejo. Yee, we see that. We see them popping their collar in. Where you from, cuz? Where are you from? And this is exactly why that lawsuit don't make sense. This is why you will probably won't never get your spot back. You will never get your spot back. Because you out here looking real flawed right now when it comes to the culture. You out here looking like a Karen. You out here looking like HR. You just took Kendrick, the HR? You just call HR on Kendrick? You call HR on Kendrick, man. What are we supposed to do with that? Is that what we going to now? You know, is that what we're about? You just, oh man, I'm done. Like I said, I started this stream off being disappointed. Just the more I just think about this dude, just makes me mad. Just makes me angry. Just makes me mad and angry. Because I think Drake, I think as an artist, Drake is a dope artist. He wouldn't be the number one guy from the, you know what I'm saying? That's talent. Regardless of his ghostwriters and stuff, it's still, you know what I'm saying? It takes talent to do the stuff that he's done, regardless of his ghostwriters. Regardless. But still, though, just calling a spade. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible. I'm trying to give Drake a little grace, but I can't. I tried doing that. I can't do that no more. I can't do that no more. He just making the game. He just making us. If you are product of hip hop, if you're part of the culture, he just making it look bad. And I believe in gatekeeping. Sorry, I believe in gatekeeping. Everybody should not be privy to information or privy to a culture, privy to an institution just because. So no, he got to go. Get him out of here. Get him. You know, when you call, they say to go viral. I'm just not reading y'all comments. He said that'll go hard on social media if you put it, it go viral. Drake called HR and Kendrick. He did. I might clip it up. But what I was saying. Yeah, when you call HR on somebody, you can't go back to work. Especially if you called it. I mean, you can, but everybody gonna be looking at you funny. And you know, HR try to keep it on the low, but everybody knows, you know what I'm saying? Oh, nah, stay away from them. They call HR on people. This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna be a pariah of hip hop. He's gonna be the pariah of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When you call HR on some, nah, y'all sitting down, you know what I'm saying? Eating lunch, he come sit down, everybody just get up and move because they don't want no parts of it. No. Hey, watch out. That's what it's gonna be. Hey, watch out for him or watch out for her. She's just looking for an excuse to call HR. So everybody they gonna scatter like roaches when you turn the lights on when he show up. Yeah, I was talking to Drake. You was talking to Drake. Oh hell, nah, bro. You the op. You the op. You can go over there. Nah, we good. We good. We don't. Nope. He tried to, and you know, it's crazy. He tried to buy Young Thug back. Young Thug gets out, he goes over and throws him $1 million. People saluted that. It's salutable. But now the more I think about it is, you trying to buy Young Thug back because you about to do some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this filing wasn't just like woke up and let's file some paperwork, even though I think he just signed the paperwork a day ago or something like that. But this was in the works. This had to be in the work. This had to be in motion already. You know what I'm saying? So did he try to buy Young Thug's loyalty back? Like, hey, I got this $1 million for you, bro. Get back on your feet. I'm here. Young Thug just went through a case. Now you bringing cases on people? If I'm Young Thug, I'm like, nah, I'm staying away, bro. I'm good, cuz. I'm good, Slime. I'm good. I'm good. I just left a case. Now you bringing cases? Nah, I'm straight. I'm good. Oh, man, I'm just cracking jokes now. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me. You know, I call y'all the living room. I appreciate y'all coming to my house, sitting in the living room and kicking it with me today, man, talking about this Drake stuff. It's just upsetting. It's just bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. But remember, $50 Cash App giveaway to my subscriber, to one of my subscribers. It'll be that Friday after. So next Friday I will be giving my the $50 Cash App giveaway to a subscriber. So don't forget to subscribe. And share and be in, you know what I'm saying? If you're already doing what you're supposed to do as far as commenting and putting the likes up and stuff like that, that will help you get recognized by the pot that I'm using. So yeah, if you're an active subscriber, the money could be yours. $50 Cash App giveaway. So I'm out. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Take it easy and be safe, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.